Joining me on RetailME TV is someone who believes in and practices the true essence of aloha. And that is respecting every individual, creating opportunities and situations so that every individual is blessed with positive outcome. She believes in the power of teamwork and truly believes that that is often the secret sauce for success. Thank you so much for joining me on RetailME TV, Julianne. You are the CEO of Sumo Sushi and Bento, one of the first Japanese family dining restaurant concept in the UAE, and you've navigated some very difficult times.
Yes, it's been an adventure for the last 24 years.
Nothing short of an adventure. I can I completely agree, and you've literally seen the whole Japanese cuisine probably evolve and get accepted in the region. I remember a time when you said that people would come in and ask, what's sushi?
Yep.
From what's sushi to where it stands today. Let's start with the journey a little bit with some numbers. How many Sumo Sushi and Bento outlets do you have across the region? Where do you want to see the brand by the end of this year?
Okay, well, it's hard to sum up 24 years, but very quickly we started with one restaurant, as all restaurants do, with one. We slowly grew over the years, opened our second in 2004. We started franchising by 2007. Pre-COVID, we were up to 21 stores, and we had just signed an agreement for 50 stores in India. And of course, COVID came, and we're back down to almost half of our system. So we have 13 units within the UAE, Bahrain, and Cyprus. We've signed an LOI for Egypt, and our goal is 30 by 2025. So we'd like to have 30 stores open, or at least on paper ready to roll out with an agreement by the end of 2025. That's the goal, 30 by 2025.
That's a great goal. It's been challenging times for most businesses, and of course, having signed 50 more outlets on top of what you already had, and then that falls through, and then reducing your existing number of outlets as well. That must have been incredibly challenging. But how did Sumo Sushi and Bento emerge from these turbulent times? Do you see the business more resilient today?
I think when people say they had to pivot during COVID, we didn't really have to pivot. What we needed to do is focus on what we're good at, and that is delivering quality product consistently. Yeah. And so it wasn't so much of a pivot for us. It was just focusing down on what we already do.
Yeah.
And just, again, being resilient, like you said.
Surely. Yeah. And then I get on to a few S's that are really important for any business today. Starting out with one S, supply chain management. And how do you, keep everything together amidst so much turbulence, geopolitical tensions, and other, issues that the world is facing generally? How do you manage to keep your supply chain agile?
Supply chain has always been a challenge for us because we're dealing with some very niche products that are very specific, that only come from certain specific, countries or regions. And also we've done our franchise model a little bit different. So a lot of franchisors will completely 100% control their supply chain to the point of you need to buy your supply from us. And we've done it a little bit differently to allow ourselves to be agile and also engage our franchisees in the whole ecosystem of how to do business. So our culinary and our executive chefs will approve a list of different items test it out, make sure that the franchisees know you can get this product from this supplier, this supplier, this supplier. But we allow our franchisees at any point in time to come to us with a new ingredient, a new supplier, and, you know, run it through our system. So we're not controlling every purchase, but we are very cognizant of the quality that goes through our system. So that allows us to have a collaboration with our franchisees that gives us more opportunity to collectively drive a better bottom line, and
absolutely.
also still leverage that ability to purchase at volume.
Absolutely, and that's so important.
Yeah.
The next two S's would be sourcing and sustainability. Again, two very important areas. How do you strategically plan for these two areas to work in a manner that's good for not only the Sumo Sushi and Bento business, but also your customers and also for the planet?
To be honest, those two are tough topics. Sourcing, again, with a niche product, of course, Japanese or from Asia with similar products. Sourcing is just a continual, like our product development. You know, you think you've got it nailed, then you got to go look at it again. This is an ongoing process. It's a part of our DNA. It's not set in stone and we're good for the next 5 years. No, it's every month, every day, every week we're reevaluating.
And since it's so dynamic, how do you stay on top of things?
How do we stay on top of things? We have a phenomenal management team. We also custom build our own technology platform that we use to manage the relationship that we have between our own stores and our franchisees.
That's lovely. That's lovely. If there's one entrepreneur, among many others, who I'm seriously inspired by, it's actually Julianne's journey to where she is today. Julianne, you have risen through the ranks, and how?
How?
I would really like to spend a couple of minutes understanding your journey a little better and how that has made you a more empathetic, people-first leader that you are today.
Wow, journey. If you asked me a long time ago if I ever thought I would be here doing what I do, it was not on the horizon and something that I planned for. I actually came from the construction industry, and when I say the construction industry, I was in construction doing the manual labor. I sum up the story and people are like, so a bunch of Hawaiians went to the Middle East to make Japanese food, and we're like, yeah. So I'm a co-founder. It was a family-started business. And, you know, we each played to our strengths over the years, and it's been about 10 years that kind of everybody stepped back and just, I stepped forward as CEO. I wore different hats all through the years.
I mean, that's something that you specialize in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Construction, telecom, food.
Yeah. My first job in Sumo, I didn't have a hat. It was washing dishes. So
inspired.
As far as being a people-first leader, I think it just comes from how I was raised and coming from Hawaii and going back to aloha. Aloha is how you say hello and how you say goodbye as a language, but aloha really is a consciousness, a state of being, how you treat others with kindness, thinking of the collective and not only yourself as an individual. I've always said that your success is determined by the opportunities of success that you give others, and it's so true. We have team members that have been with us for 20 plus years, and they've started at dishwasher all the way up. We have other team members that started with us, trained, and now they're working at some of the world's most renowned Japanese restaurants. And for us, that's a win. We've helped them on their journey.
Absolutely, a big win. And more power to you, Julianne. More power to you. With that, we move on to a fun segment, our retail rapid fire.
Rapid fire, okay.
Very easy, fun, and quick.
Okay.
I'm going to start with one food trend that really inspired you in 2024.
Oh, one food trend that inspired me in 2024. What do I have my eye on? Fixed chocolate in Dubai. The ability to add fusion to something that's just world known as chocolate, but having people in Hawaii contact me to order a chocolate bar.
Wow.
To bring back home because they've seen it on TikTok.
Incredible, isn't
Incredible.
it?
Yeah, power of the internet and viral.
Absolutely, absolutely. One food myth that you would like to bust?
Food myth. Food myth. I think it's been part of what we've tried to do from the beginning. With Sumo specifically, everyone sees Japanese as formal and confusing and intimidating, and it's not. In Japan,
it can be fun.
Japanese food is everyday food.
Yes.
So Japanese can be everyday food for everyone.
Absolutely, absolutely. And come to think of it, you really made food fun at Sumo Sushi and Bento. Sushi or sashimi?
Sushi or sashimi? Sashimi.
Poke bowl or salmon sandwich?
Poke bowl, because poke is from Hawaii. And we were the first restaurant in all of the UAE to serve poke in the year 2000. We took it off the menu because nobody knew what it was.
Look at where it is today.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. I learned something new today.
Yeah. Poke is from Hawaii. Yeah.
Lovely. One word to summarize Sumo Sushi and Bento.
Fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Julianne, for joining me on RetailME TV. It's such a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mahalo.
Thank you.